What's up, guys? First no AC of the season. A little early, but we have a hot streak this week. We're gonna hit some 80s or an 80-degree high, which is hot enough to get some AC calls. This one's actually for residential. They tried to turn on their AC yesterday. Outdoor unit doesn't turn on. The indoor air is not going through the vents. So whether or not that's their thought of, hey, I have no airflow, or they have no cool air. Never jump the gun on anything. You just kind of go in there with an open mind. See what we got.
After talking with the customer, I went downstairs, checked to make sure the blower motor was running, checked the wiring, make sure those were hooked up to Y and C properly. Made sure we had 27 volts from Y to C, and we did have 27 volts. So that 27 should pull in the contactor in the outdoor unit, which should engage air conditioning. At a Bryant air conditioner, we had 27 volt, which should pull in our contactor in the outdoor unit. The condenser coil was extremely dirty, so I thought initially that the high pressure switch had opened. They were automatic resetting pressure switches though, so that was not the culprit at the moment, I thought. Checked the pressures because there's a low pressure switch in series with the high pressure switch. So I hooked up my gauge here just to verify if there was any refrigerant on the system, and there was in fact nothing on the system. This low pressure switch on the schematic is in series, so it has to see pressure in order for that switch to close. It is a R410A system, so I put the pressure on the line set, added 400 psi of nitrogen, found the leak pretty quickly in the evaporator coil. To summarize, when dealing with a no AC, you start with what you know first. Is the outdoor unit running? Is the indoor fan running? Do you have a call from the thermostat, your Y to C terminals? Do you have 27 volts to the contactor? If you don't have 27 volts to the contactor, then you have an open switch that is meant to protect the equipment, whether it's a high pressure switch or a low pressure switch. A low pressure switch has to have pressure on it in order to be closed. It is normally closed, whereas a higher pressure switch is normally closed, but if it goes too high, it will open up your circuit.